Cousin Talk podcast. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
We back
whoop.
as promised. Consistent with these hot topics because we were slipping, y'all. Life got busy,
It's so much to talk about, so I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
but I'm glad we did. We talked about last week. We did cover the Diddy trial. We talked about BET Awards. This week, we did talk about Nelly and Ashanti. This week, speaking of the Diddy trial, it's over. Finally. I was sick of hearing about it.
Finally done. It's finally done.
I had to make sure I grabbed it so we could talk about it, but he was convicted on, they said he was guilty on prostitution counts for both Cassie and the other chick.
Wow.
And so those are his only criminal charges, but not sex trafficking or like a RICO case or none of that. I personally don't feel free Diddy. Like, don't celebrate that. Like, okay, it's cool. He off. I mean, all they did prove he was a freak, but we're not celebrating free Diddy. We're not celebrating free Diddy.
No.
Okay. She's looking like, do I even want to comment?
No, I
y'all
guess
see the
I
people-
don't know.
Did you see the people in the front of the courthouse?
Celebrating with the baby. Speaking of that, so the YouTuber, his
That's
name
so
was,
ignorant. That is so ignorant.
I wrote this stuff down. Armand Wiggin is a YouTuber. So he apologized recently. And he said that was just for the culture, like the people that have been following me, because I've been following the case on my YouTube channel. The culture never asked for you to celebrate that
We
with
didn't ask.
shooting baby oil in your
We
stuff.
didn't ask. Don't speak on our
I was at a
behalf.
pool party last night, and we were doing, we were using Skin So Soft to keep the mosquitoes away.
Oh, okay.
And then my cousin was like, as long as it ain't baby oil. And I was like, you're right. You're right. We're not going to, are they still in business?
Johnson
still
and
buy me?
Johnson is always going to be in
they
business.
are always. But
I mean,
they
if
still
it was
selling
that
baby
brand,
oil.
I don't know if it was that brand, but I'm pretty sure they're still selling baby oil.
Just continue it.
No, no,
He probably was buying Johnson and Johnson. That's the best one.
because at the end of the day, they're not going to discontinue the market that it sometimes that is used for. So you
Crazy
know.
work. I did really want to talk about Halle Bailey.
Yes.
So her yacht pictures were out.
The yacht pictures
Looked
were
amazing.
out. They
But
were
then
out.
The other pictures being booed up, kissing some dreadhead.
Yeah.
Like, you
and
got a
he's
type.
not just any dreadhead.
Who
This
is he?
dude is a producer for a lot of Kendrick Lamar tracks.
I didn't know that's what that was. I
Yeah.
didn't know who he was. How did you know that?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Research. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah, so he is definitely somebody, but it's just the fact that, and I like that. I appreciate
Beyonce's
that.
mom screenshot that and posted it on her
No,
story.
she did not.
I'm pretty sure, or either she commented and then they screenshot her comment. but it was
Oh,
online.
okay,
And
okay.
she just was like forward with a heart, like moving forward. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's so nice. Like, move on. And I feel
Yes.
like, I don't know if it probably looks fast to us, but behind the scenes, we don't know like how long
That's
she was
what I
done.
said. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
So
You
I'm,
never
like, happy for
know.
her.
Because he also has moved on and he is very public with his relationship with India Love.
That's not real.
If it is a relationship.
That's clickbait.
Whatever it is,
It's
their
gotta be
situationship. I don't know. But whatever it is, they both have moved on. And I just hope that they both get to a place where they're good with co-parenting and leave it
Yeah,
at
that
that.
little cute
Just
baby.
leave it at that. That little
And
cute
Halle music is
baby.
really good. And
Yes.
I want another album from her and her sister. And who really cares? You know, people break up all the time.
Yeah, let's just move forward. Let's just move forward.
We saw, I was about to say,
What?
not Halle Berry. Was it Lisa Bonet that was going to stab?
There was what?
What are you saying?
Wasn't there a time where the media was covering Lisa Bonet having a bad breakup with, what's the daddy name?
Oh, with oh my goodness.
Zoe Kravitz's dad.
Yes.
Oh, Lenny Kravitz?
Lenny
Yeah.
Kravitz. Lenny.
Was she not going to stab that man? I feel like I remember hearing her saying that.
I
Wait,
don't
Lisa
know
Bonet?
about
Didn't they have a bad
stabbing.
breakup?
I think it was a situation where it was kind of bad. I don't know if it got
I
violent.
thought it got violent.
I don't know if it got violent. But what are you getting at?
I'm just saying people have bad breakups all the time.
Oh, I see.
People have things going on. She probably like, dang, what I get a straight for?
I mean,
Well, people have bad breakups all the time. We
people
see it.
do have bad breaks. I mean, not to mention somebody like Lisa Bonet and when she was alive and
Alive? She dead?
She ain't dead.
oh my God, did I say Lisa Bonet? Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna run that back. We're gonna run that back. I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say was, especially when you consider somebody like Left Eye during the time when she had.
She loved Left Eye.
Yes,
She burnt the house down.
She burnt the house
and he bailed her
down.
out.
And it was $1 million home. It was not just a
He
little.
loved that woman. He bailed her out. Do you know he
He did.
married another woman named Lisa?
Yes, he did.
Did he really?
weird.
Oh wow.
This is so random. Now we always get off topic, but Reggie Bush, his wife looks just like Kim Kardashian.
She
I don't know
looks
why
just
it was
like
on
him.
Instagram the
Yeah.
other day.
She does.
I was like, you'll never live that
I think
down.
that some people have types, but I think also it is just what you are attracted to. You can't help it. I think I would try to
Not the
steer
same
away.
name, though. Not
but
the same name. That's weird.
the same name would be
Yeah.
weird.
It prevents any
I
slip-ups,
can't
though.
remember what she looks
That's
like.
true.
Like, if I
That's
say her name and I'm
true.
thinking of her, you wouldn't
You
know.
wouldn't know. That's true. That's true. But I wouldn't
Anyways.
want to do it. I would not want to do it.
It was something else I wanted. Oh, y'all don't care about this. Wendy Williams has been spotted. I was so excited.
That is Simone. She's like,
Like,
I don't.
where is Wendy Williams? I'd be so pressed to knowing that she's free and what's going on. So paparazzi saw her.
Okay.
She probably called paparazzi, but anyways, they interviewed her like just on
Oh,
the
she's
street.
free. She's
I don't
from out of the
know.
window.
I can't tell, but she was like, "Oh, this is all designer." Da 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 da. So she was going over her outfit. She's still something's going on.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, but people are commenting like, we've seen enough. Get her back on the show. This is good enough. And I'm just like,
Nah.
I don't know why, but after I watched that documentary, I'm rooting for Wendy. I know she's not. I don't understand why people are cool with Jason Lee, but not Wendy Williams. He be talking crazy too.
I mean, she could do a podcast. Like, she don't need to go back on TV. Podcasts are so popular now.
It's just like celebrities rip
you
her
don't
to
have to.
shreds because of the stuff she be saying. And I'm like, it's for the culture. She says
Really?
what some of us think anyways.
her doing
Yeah.
a podcast would actually be better for her because she could really go off
Yeah.
and say what
And
she feels.
it's like radio.
Yeah. Yep.
We should do a
Yeah.
podcast.
Like looking at somebody like Shannon Sharp and
Oh my
Stephen A.
God.
Smith, and they can say what they want on their podcast, but then when they're on, ESPN or whatever.
I'm glad you just mentioned
Yeah.
that because last week we were talking about Lil Wayne's album not doing that good, and he has this song with Nicki Minaj on there, banned from NO.
Mm-hmm.
And I had brought the song up, and I was like, she was like dropping bars, and I really couldn't remember them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad he said that because she disses Shannon Sharp in the song.
Oh, yeah,
And she
yeah.
disses Jay-Z.
Oh.
And y'all know, like, obviously, I like Beyonce and Jay-Z, whatever, but
Right.
she says, I just want to go over her bars.
You're
Because they're
good.
fire. Y'all know I love Nicki.
I remember,
I'm
yeah.
listening.
She said, she starts off with disclaimer, plenty paper, play with somebody safer. We love that. Then she says, she don't like me, can you blame her? Word to the baby in the manger. So that's word to Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say she
Word
talking
to
to baby.
Jesus.
Cake for days, don't need a baker. Love that.
Mm.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Anita Baker?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Crazy. She says,
She stole that bar from me. I wrote that a long time ago.
all right.
Stop
The
I really
best
did. I
dress
ain't even
shut
gonna
down Met Galliana. They won't go farther and got fathers. She said something in between there. Don't call me mother, you ain't my daughter. Love it, love it. Every season and a win tour. Tim for Gag City for the win tour.
Oh.
Gag City for the win tour. She was on tour. Gag City. Okay. Hang on. You rap what you. Oh, sorry. You reap what you sow. You better get a seamstress. Are you impressed yet or no?
I'm listening.
It's better when she's saying it instead of me.
It's okay.
About to cop you slides. All you do is flip flop. If I send a pic of Shannon, you ain't that sharp.
Okay.
You not impressed with Nicki's bars?
I am.
She say, French vanilla in my Starbucks. NFL fires them and then call us. That was about Jay-Z.
Oh,
NFL fires them and then call us.
yeah, because okay.
Jay-Z didn't let him get the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
But
got
keep
it.
seeing posts that Lil Wayne's tour is not very good. He's showing up an hour late. He's not singing an hour later. He's forgetting some lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't do the Super Bowl.
I am okay with us not talking about him doing Super Bowl or not anymore because I'm over it.
You don't care.
Mm-mm.
But they're mad at Jay-Z.
I know, but they really shouldn't be.
He had to get the hottest person out right now.
And he is not the only vote.
Oh, that's probably accurate.
He is not running that whole thing where he is
By
the only
himself.
vote or final vote. So let's just not
But
stop
I think his vote
putting
probably
blame
does
on him.
weigh a lot.
because he's the only well-known black person that you know that's on the board. Like,
That's true.
let's just take a seat.
That is so true. And why do we do put pressure on the
We
person
do
that
all
represents
every
the culture
time.
in that room?
Every time we just be like,
Yeah.
you gotta no.
You gotta
can't make
represent for the
everybody
whole culture. That's a
You're
lot of
never gonna
pressure.
make everybody happy. You're
No,
not.
I think I don't know for sure, but I remember like months before they were at I don't know what game it was, but they were in a suite. So I don't know if Wayne had kind of talked to him about it.
Oh, they
or
were together.
What. Yeah.
Oh.
Like they had a picture of it. So I don't know if maybe they talked about it or whatever, and maybe Jay-Z told him that he would get him in there, but it's like...
Oh, that was before the...
Yeah, it was before the Super Bowl.
Before
But I
the
can
Super
tell
Bowl.
you that I'm going to try to get you somewhere, but at the end of the day, the NFL is going to choose it.
Yeah.
You know, so they probably like, we're not going to do Lil Wayne. Like, we
That's
get it,
fair.
but
And not
we
to
don't know the
mention-
behind the scenes like y'all
Not
said.
to mention if he's not like, if Lil Wayne is not out there being like, this is so unfair. Like, okay,
Everybody
he
else
said
is-
something.
everybody,
he said something about it.
I
didn't
know
like
that
it.
he mentioned and said something, but he has not kept it going. So I'm like, well, if
Well,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah,
doing it, well, why would I waste my breath doing it?
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, no, that man can fight his own battles, and he knows where he stands
Right.
with certain people. Let's just leave it.
Especially because Nicki needs to relax. We need another Beyonce feature, and she's not going to work with you if you keep talking crazy.
Oh.
And so there's that. But anyways,
Mm.
the last thing I wanted to talk about Hot Topics this week was T-Pain being an idiot.
Oh, no. What happened
I
with
like
T-Pain?
But
What
then
did he say now?
some girl tweeted like, my brother just woke up from a long time in coma. It was a couple years. I don't remember the number. But his response was, tell him congrats or something and let him know I'm going on tour. Why would you say that? Like, this is a serious moment, and you thought to name drop the tour right now.
Wow.
Like, just say that was weird. I didn't like it. I was like, bro, you are an idiot.
I just saw,
So,
I also
He's
like,
getting flack for that.
speaking of like people just like dropping little things in, I guess, to mention things that are like unnecessary. I just saw a post not too long ago too, because we were talking about Nelly and Ashanti.
Gonna have Steph Curry and Nelly and Abiv.
Nelly and Ashanti from last week with their premiere of their show. And of course that happens. And then some chick comes out and is like, oh, this is crazy because 2 weeks before, like, you surprised her with this birthday party, you were with me. And it's just like, girl, if you don't go sit down, if you do not go have several seats.
Wait,
I
who
hate
said
it when
that?
people,
Did
it was
Miss
a
Jackson
nobody.
say
It
that?
was
Oh.
a nobody. No, it
Okay.
wasn't.
I was
It was
like,
a
not
random.
the-
It was a random. And it's like, not you coming out waiting until they had a show to start saying something. Like, that's insane. And then two, like, why would we give you credit? Why would we believe you? Like, just be quiet.
Well, like you said, who are you?
Who are you?
What if she drops the receipts?
I mean, even if she does, I mean, at that point,
He can't,
These
give you
were-
I'll
he
have
can't
a
pay
little
for your
bit
birthday
more.
party? Like, hey, he just gave
no,
you
she
some
no.
said-
She's saying
He
like,
gave Ashanti that big old party on the show.
right, and that was like after they had a baby, after they got
Right.
married, and she's saying 2 weeks prior to
Oh,
that,
okay, I got you.
me and you were together. But it's like,
I hope that that's
Girl.
not true because these relationships are falling apart left and right. I be seeing like, oh, so and so says they're breaking up. So no.
I know.
And it's like I'm like, why are these celebrities breaking up like
it
this?
is,
It's
but
crazy.
but I like the fact that they get on the get on. It's not no long drawn out
Get on.
drama.
Except Remy Ma.
sometimes. Except for Remy Ma, but somebody like even although we know there's drama with like no, what's the other girl's name? Dang it, I can't think of her name. Cardi. Good Lord.
oh,
Cardi
Cardi B
B
has moved on,
Cardi has moved on.
but that was long.
And it's just like I like it. I like her. I like Halle doing their thing and moving on. And because I feel like it gives the idea and it puts out there, promotes the fact that women don't have to always feel like, woe is me and he was the only one and now I can't do anything. Yes, you
Right.
can.
I mean,
Yes, you
they've
can.
been apart from them people for a minute. We just hearing
We just
stories
get late
about it.
and
Yeah.
That's true.
And then they
That's
be having
true.
kids involved, which makes it even messier.
Yeah.
No, I don't like
But
that either.
I
It's
just-
like,
which is
come
the
on.
thing
Y'all
with
couldn't do
Nelly
this
and Ashanti.
before
It's like,
y'all
girl,
had a
shut
baby?
up. If that's what y'all was doing 2
Yes.
weeks ago, they have a baby. Now, if you gonna text her on the side or find a way to reach out to her and be like, as a woman, I just want to talk to you, that's fine. But putting it online and they got a little, I just for the family sake, don't do that.
Yeah.
But also,
Because
if
that
you was
only
willing
makes
to
you
be
look
with him
bad.
2 weeks ago and you knew he had a wife and kid, you don't care regardless about the family. So
Exactly.
I'm giving you too much credit. But I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Their show was really nice. I just regret that they did not tell us the business on how did y'all get back together? How did she leave her ex?
I know.
How did
I
he
know.
leave his little situationship?
I think it was just
I'm still not over that. And then I keep seeing online like, oh, the show is amazing, which it is.
it is. It's very
like
good.
they did
It's
their
cute.
thing, but they're like they go all in and bear all. They did it. Sorry. I don't like that they didn't do that.
Well, they have to have some privacy. Like, I like the fact that she's not showing the baby, although I would love to see the baby.
I do like that.
I like the fact that she's keeping that, and I like
that
close
she
to the
has
cuff.
been saying it took him convincing her to do the show because she just was private. And I'm like, yeah, we really never get Ashanti's business.
And you know why, though? I think a little bit of that, I obviously because she's a celebrity and she has that right. But also, I just saw, me and Kubi were watching a documentary not that long ago, and she was featured on there, and she was saying how she had a stalker. Yep. And it was like, it went on for quite some time. Where
she knows about me?
Oh.
Nah, you wasn't as crazy as this person.
Yeah,
I'm not a stalker.
This dude was like literally taking pictures of like it would be like outside of, I think, her home, and outside of, like, her being out at certain venues, and he would just be like, oh, I'm here, and
he
then
was following her sister and stuff like that.
Crazy.
Finding, like, sending messages to her mother's phone, like, how do you have her phone number? Yeah.
Oh, he was from the inside. Like, he must have went crazy.
He literally was like, we met at a Chicago concert.
Why didn't you get the number?
Then he had to go.
Scary.
He did serve time, though.
Oh,
he did serve some time.
That's scary too, because these women, or I'm into, y'all be exchanging contacts with anybody you meet out, and they could be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could be like, and I know you can't, like, if you meet somebody that look good, you exchange numbers or whatever, y'all go on a date. I guess the first time you link up, you're not gonna be like, what's your mental health like? I mean, you probably should.
You probably
should.
But
they're probably not gonna tell a stranger that. But that's scary.
Yeah.
Now you following me.
I know.
Now if it don't work out and I block your number, you calling me from other numbers on social media. If I block this account, now you got another one. That's scary.
Yeah.
People are nuts.
They are. You gotta be careful nowadays, for sure. For sure.
This is really random, but I just saw this the other day and I was really sad because, do you guys remember a couple years ago, the boy, the fact that I know his name is crazy, but they were calling him Junior online. It was Lissandro Guzman from New York. Remember the gang? They killed him. They didn't.
Yes.
They
the
thought he
young
was someone
boy.
else.
They thought he was somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's
his
so
killer
tragic.
Just was the guy that was convicted of the murder.
Yes.
Everybody else that went to jail with him.
Yes.
Obviously they were in jail, but he was convicted of the actual murder. They were like accessory or whatever. He was killed in prison.
I heard
And
that
I
too.
saw that online and I was like, oh my God. And it made me think about all that. And I'm like, that was one of those cases that just like, even if you weren't from there, it affected everybody.
It did.
Was
It
so
did. It was
sad.
very,
It seemed-
very sad.
Yeah, so I was just like, dang, it brought that up. And I was like, well, I hope his family is okay. That was sad. And then I started reading about the guys that all escaped prison from New Orleans.
Yes.
And there's one left.
There's one
Is one
guy
still
left. There's one guy
He's the
still
one that
out.
they were like, oh, he could pass for
a
Bush
woman.
woman.
Yes.
And they were like, they said the police think he changed his hair.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't think that he was going to be the other guy that just got caught before him. I thought
Yes.
he was going to last.
Like he was going to be the last one to get it.
The fact that they was betting on them dudes had me dying.
Let me tell you something. They found two of them on a bench sleep or a bus stop sleep or whatever.
Stop.
I'm not falling asleep on the run. I am going to make it
Nah.
to Mexico. I'm going to be in the sewer. I'm going to be underground.
I'm gonna
You're
get
not
somewhere
finding me.
inside where nobody can see me
You're
before I go
not.
to sleep.
I
And
think
then
they
going to your
said
auntie or granny house, they said one of them did.
one of them did, and then they
Stupid.
got,
Nah.
and then I think they got the granny in trouble because it was like you're invading.
You know the granny
letting
gonna be
a-
like, I
a
better get
criminal.
out of here.
And then the auntie
A
talking
black
about some,
grandma?
she doing a news talk about some please turn yourself in, nephew. You're wanted for murder. Girl, shut up.
He's already in
Somebody
jail
commented
for
was
murder.
like
What are you
somebody
talking about?
commented was like, I would have been like, auntie, be quiet for you next. I am out of here. I would have been gone by now.
Oh.
I'm
They
not
didn't
even
have no
gonna be,
plan.
If you
They
are,
didn't have a plan.
but that's the thing. If you were smart enough to figure this plan out to be like, this will bust us out of prison, why were you not smart enough to get the next steps in line? Like, okay, this is where we're gonna go. We're not gonna stay together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They two of them getting caught together. Like we're not, and then they're on camera in an alley, three of them. No,
I think I can
Doing what?
appreciate the fact.
just walking down the alley.
I can appreciate the fact though that they did not reach out to their family members, some of them, because then you are getting other people involved, and it's like,
Yeah.
don't involve me
No,
on
I'm
your
gonna do like
criminal
Batman. I'm gonna
activities.
show up in the middle of the night. I'm gonna give y'all some hugs, and I'm gonna disappear.
And then
again.
just go.
As soon as
I
you
think
turn
I
around,
would
I
do
ain't
that
gonna be
too.
there no more.
I think I would do that too, or
I'd be
I would
gone.
just go away and I would be like, I gotta give it at least 5 years.
Or, let me live in. Never mind. I saw it in a movie, but I would live inside the walls.
Inside
Kelsey,
the what?
The walls of the house.
Kelsey,
What?
no, you're not gonna live
How you gonna
inside
get
the
in
walls.
the wall?
Cut a hole in it.
How you gonna eat? How you gonna?
Bring me my food to the hole.
Who are
in the
you,
wall.
Bruno?
No, that would mean somebody had to know that you're there.
Only my family, but nobody's gonna know. Who else are y'all gonna tell I'm hiding in this wall? I will not leave the house. It'll be house arrest,
That
but
is
that's
the
fine.
creepiest thing I've ever heard.
House arrest is fine.
in
It's
my
fine.
life.
I'll do house arrest. Or like some houses have attics or something. Keep me in the attic. I can be inside. Keep the windows drawn. The police gonna come search.
It's
I'll
gonna
be
get
inside the wall.
hot.
It's better than prison. And if the police
I
come
don't know.
looking,
It might not
yeah,
be.
you could come in here. I'm gonna be in the fireplace and I'm gonna climb up there and
In
just
the
wait.
fire.
I think I heard they are building like a new set of like jail beds and whatnot out in
so I hope them
Florida.
be comfy.
It's like called Alligator or something. I don't know if it's in Florida or what, but they're building them outside. And you know how hot it is.
They're probably running out of space.
And then I'm just like, well, what do you do when it's like raining and stuff?
Get a free shower.
Mm.
What's all free in prison?
I just
Whoops. I do feel though that like I just saw online like a couple weeks ago for Father's Day. When is Father's Day? Was it a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago?
it was a couple of weeks ago.
Whenever it was. This prison let this group of guys do like a daddy-daughter dance.
Oh,
So emotional. I was just like,
Oh,
wow.
really?
I was. It was
Oh.
really, really nice, and I'm like, that's a part of. I do think that prison reform is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Most people deserve redemption. I mean, now if he was like, I don't know, running through the city with a freaking chainsaw killing folks, maybe not you.
Mm-mm.
But like somebody that's like
I robbed the bank
A
so I can get money
robber.
to feed my kids.
where nobody's
yeah.
life was
We'll
taken.
give you another chance. Well, sometimes
It depends on the
if
offense.
you're trying to feed the babies,
You taking somebody's life?
like when Taraji Henson, like her mind snapped in the movie.
I didn't watch that.
Okay, well,
Don't say
it's like that
anything. No
situation, though.
spoilers. I did not see that.
if I'm
Well, I mean, that's
trying
pretty
to
much
take
what
care of
happened,
my
but-
kid,
we just don't know the details.
yeah, and I feel like those people, I feel like you're trying to feed your family. I get it. Why you just robbed this bank? It wasn't worth
There's
it.
no other options.
What else are you gonna do?
There's no other options besides robbing a bank.
Are you talking about like getting a job and stuff? Because that sometimes doesn't work.
There's no
'Cause
other
here's my thing.
options.
It's a bad decision, but
If you're homeless, you don't choose to be homeless.
Some
So
people
you're
do
living out of the shelter. Sometimes the shelters aren't safe.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not really clean, whatever the case. And then you got to try to like, now, see, I don't know because I've only seen it in TV shows and movies where the homeless person goes to the hotel to get a shower. You got to bank on it that manager is nice enough to let you use a room real fast.
Decisions made during desperation are usually really bad. So I would say
Yeah.
don't do nothing until you're kind of a little bit out of that desperate state because you're going to mess up really bad.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not going to be good.
But I thought it was beautiful. Like I said, prison reform is a good idea. I wish that could be probably better. I don't want to comment too much because I don't know much about it. But
Yeah.
letting them have that moment with their daughters was beautiful.
That is very nice.
It was really sweet. And I
I'm
was
sure
like,
that's
dope.
good for their mental as
For
well.
their mental
You
health.
know?
Because people got trauma and they're in there not getting it tended to. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I don't know if they have therapists in jail now.
I don't know.
Part of the reform that should be done. But, I just saw that online the other day and I thought that was cool. Another random comment, you guys. I think y'all want to see us cook some more, and I want us to
Oh,
do another
God.
baking
Oh,
thing. I saw a
God.
recipe online.
No.
I did. I saw a recipe online.
What is it for?
It was a strawberry cake, if
Is
I'm
it-
not mistaken.
Did it look hard?
No.
Oh.
Wait, the steps to make it?
Yes.
Well, we didn't know what we were doing the first time, so we're not going to know what we're doing the second time. But we're going to enlist in help. So we're going to call your mother. She's going to be on that speakerphone walking
Yep.
us through everything.
Yep.
She might be
We're going to
behind
call all the
camera.
bakers in the family. All the bakers in the
'Cause we
family,
can do
please
this.
help.
I want us to redeem
us.
ourselves.
We do need to redeem ourselves.
we
We
have
owe
to.
it to ourselves.
Yeah. But please let us know what y'all want to see from us. I want to do a clothing haul. I'm getting a stylist, and I would love to do that.
Who's getting a stylist?
Me.
You're getting a stylist? What?
I'm just contacting some YNs that I know
Oh.
that's into the fashion trends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired of dressing like I was in high school in 2012, in 2015.
You feel like that's what it's giving? Like you haven't changed enough
it's
or
just like
evolved?
when I
Your
dress up
dresses
and I go
haven't-
out, I think
Mhm.
people can look and be like, "Oh, he graduated like 10 years ago."
I think
that
that's
makes
hard
me
to get
upset.
away from. I think it's
Why?
hard to get away from sometimes.
Why?
Because of the fact that you get comfortable and you know what worked at that time, and so before you know it, time just flies.
Is it because I still
Mhm.
like old things?
It's not because you like old
Because
things.
I'll go
It's
grab a
'cause you're
polo and some
comfortable.
jeans.
It's 'cause you're
and
comfortable
feel
with-
like that's enough.
It's because you're comfortable with that thing, and
it
especially
just
if
happens.
Yeah.
Like, do I got to start doing what the young guys are doing now? But no, they can't dress either. They be outside where I go out, and you got a hoodie on, and it's 80-degree weather.
I hate it.
In jeans at the
I
bar.
hate
What
it.
are you doing?
I saw somebody on a scooter like that, and I was just like, "You are gonna
Was the sun out? 'Cause
burn
that drives
up.
me insane.
The sun
They
was
be
out.
These young dudes be in hoodies in 90-degree weather, sun
And
out.
not to mention, yes, can we talk about this? Because I keep seeing stuff online where they're like, you can always tell how old somebody is because of the fact that they got on ankle socks.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, where are we with
I
the
would like to
ratio?
say real
Where
fast-
are we with the ratio with socks?
Can they see this in the camera?
Put your foot
Yes, we
down.
I have a Nike ankle sock on, but
Listen.
they ate
No,
me
those
up.
aren't ankle
Listen.
socks. Those are
These not ankle socks.
those are a little bit higher.
No,
Oh, okay.
well,
whatever this is
Like
called.
I got on ankle socks right now.
No, I
That's
have
what
no
they
show.
consider
no,
ankle socks.
no
I
show.
wear no
I
shows
feel like
sometimes.
I feel like your generation is the no show generation.
No, they hate
My
it.
generation is ankle.
Really?
And
Caleb and them will they eat me up with my no show.
my boys will get on us because they're like, to me, high
What's wrong
socks.
with
High
that?
socks remind me of a gym teacher.
Okay,
Yeah, with
but
the
the
stripes
high
on it.
socks, like the Nike socks, the athletic socks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those were popular when I was in school. But I don't like stuff on my legs, so I'm not wearing those.
Why?
But most of the hoopers were wearing them. What are them socks called? The athletic sock with the Remember LeBron had some socks like that.
The
I bought a
socks?
pair actually. Yeah, they were
I
the
don't
socks
know.
that I can't remember. Like
Mm.
nonetheless, they're like athletic socks, but they're
Okay.
like long tube socks, and on the back they got like the lines. It's a design. I can't. remember.
Huh.
I don't
I had
know.
a floral print one, but they all had they had plenty prints on them. Like you get plenty options.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up, but the socks that was a thing, and now like you said, no shows.
Yes.
I can't. Why can't I throw a pair of no shows on and some slides? They be
I
like,
don't
what kind of socks are those?
know. I don't
They
know.
well no, this generation don't even want the no shows either. It's either long socks or nothing.
Not even ankle socks.
Not even ankle
No,
socks.
they get on us about
These
ankle
right here?
socks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought I ordered these.
But see, this is the thing.
Were
Like
they on sale? You were like,
our
"Hey, that's a
boys-
good price."
No, I literally looked for them. I'm like, I need the Nike ones so I can be like.
Yes.
and they
I
don't-
feel
they
like
don't
you
have
wear
a
what
reason
you want.
though. They have no good reason as to why ankle socks or no shows are bad. And even the boys, so Sydney was wearing something that was super long. Sean got on him about that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
they're
that's too long.
Socks, so
they
it's too
can't
long.
Be,
Like,
they can't
what?
be up here. They gotta be like right here.
Yeah.
And they
Like
And
mid.
like- yeah, and they gotta be like Polo or Nike. I know that for sure.
Right.
But I'm like, that's true because the ones I had, they were just like some Hanes tube socks,
Yeah.
and they say Hanes on the top. Don't do that. Don't get
I
that.
don't want to
Don't
hear
get
that.
the gray and white tube socks.
And then they wearing Adidas hoodies with Nike
I
shoes.
went
It's
to a
like, no, you
function.
can't be picky.
And then there.
I went to a dressy casual function. This guy had on black loafers with white tube socks.
Nope.
I was like, "Are you Michael Jackson? What are you doing?"
He ain't even, you disrespecting Michael Jackson with that one.
That was crazy.
I don't
That
like
was,
that.
what are you doing? I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like
Loafers?
seeing when they fold over the sock either. That's disgusting. I did used to do that though, but I didn't like them. I don't like stuff on my leg. I don't like that. So I didn't know that. Like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like to be
Yeah.
in the know.
Yes.
But I would never wear no shows. Like at home, I wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got all these no shows in my drawer. I gotta use them.
For me, I'm just trying not to. I'm trying not to get into deep with things that are what do you call that? Things that are here and gone. They're like a fad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's like, okay, this is big right now, but is this
Like
gonna
overalls.
be
When I bought those jean overalls,
okay?
I have nowhere to wear them to. I'm like, can
Well, if
someone please
somebody
throw a
does-
90s
You can go down
party?
to
If
the
somebody
7 Mile
does a
Fair.
if somebody does a '90s party or a hold down, you can wear
I
it.
have nowhere to wear overalls. I'm like, I
You coulda
spent
wore that to the
$50
Beyonce
on these
concert.
overalls. Who?
Could have wore it to the Beyonce concert.
Oh, I could have.
What, you put on a little straw hat?
Well, if I
Did
would have
you
did that, I would have went shirtless under it, and I'm not cut up for that yet.
You get you some straw and put it in your mouth. and
Excuse
bite
me,
it?
sir.
What?
Are you trying to put a show on? Why would you be doing that?
If I was going to the Beyonce concert in overalls, I for sure would have went shirtless with a cowboy hat.
You would have been getting tips, and I don't think that's the look you
It's
want
like
to go
cowboy.
for.
You think
You know
cowboys
what?
back in the day wearing
Tips.
overalls and shirts under them? No.
That's why I said I know he's not a Chippendale. You can't be looking
I was
around.
gonna
Now
wear
you
my-
get a
No.
wife beater or a t-shirt, and
No,
you can't be like,
no, I was gonna be
I'm having the
shirtless.
nips out.
Yes.
No.
If I was cut up enough.
No.
And then my jean vest that I did wear to the Beyonce concert, I was gonna go shirtless under there. I was.
What is wrong with you?
That's the look of a cowboy. You think they had their arms out, they had their chests out, they were on the horses.
You could have
galloping.
did. You could have did the Aaron Neville with just the vest and the shirt. No shirt.
That's
no
what I'm
shirt.
trying
No,
to
he
do.
doesn't want any
That's what I was
shirt.
trying to do.
That's what he should have did.
And my
Aaron
little
Neville.
chain. Not this chain. I was going to have my other big gold one on. Like, what's wrong with that? I was going to be like sexy city boy meets cowboy. That's what I was going for.
Not here for it.
So then I was like, okay, city boy meets cowboy with the J's, jean vest, cowboy hat, do-rag. But then I got too hot in the do-rag. But,
Do-rag.
yeah.
I told him to do the do-rag.
Yeah. Everyone said do the do-rag, but it just was too hot for that crap.
Oh.
But, yeah, we got to step it up with the dressing. Because even today, getting ready, I'm just like, okay, I got some stuff to do today. Obviously, everybody trying to kick it. And,
Not that eye rub.
sorry. I have severe dry eye.
Come
Oh, my
out the
God.
socket.
But, yeah, I had nothing to wear. And I'm
I
like,
know, I
these are
hate
all
that.
clothes I ordered over COVID that I'm probably not even in style anymore.
Oh, I can't tell you how much stuff. Every season, I wind up just going ahead and throwing something away, which feels so good. It is very therapeutic to do that because you are literally like, okay, I am letting that go.
Do you change over your closet with seasons?
Yeah,
Okay, I just did that.
I have to.
And I was like, why do I have cardigans out? Like, well, if I could, I would wear them. Because when the sun go down, it's fine. But I'm like, I'm not throwing a cardigan on in July. So I took all that out, turtlenecks and all that. And now I just got a couple, like, I don't have a lot of summer clothes. 'cause
Now
we don't have summer.
there is definitely a summer knit because sometimes material, the summer knit material that you can wear a cardigan because it is appropriate, especially when
I
you're
would also do
downtown.
that shirtless. What?
Your nips are gonna chafe right up against that material. You're gonna be so mad. You're gonna be out bleeding.
Oh, God. My nipples. It's starting.
Be like,
Oh,
no,
man. I used to be so insecure about my nips showing through a thin summer shirt. I don't care anymore. Who cares? If you're looking, you're looking.
You felt
But
exposed.
I felt exposed. But I feel like now I'm fine. I'll be shirtless under a cardigan. I would do that.
Please,
Do
please
they make
don't.
short sleeve cardigans? Or is that ugly?
A short sleeve cardigan?
Because I would wear a sweater vest with no shirt under it too.
I know they
I'm
make
not
a
opposed.
like a short sleeve type knit polo
short
or
sleeve
something.
cardigan.
I don't know about a short sleeve.
We need to
cardigan.
add fashion to the list of episodes.
Oh.
And we need to do a clothing haul of keep or toss.
Okay,
I'm bringing a bag over here.
like you want to let's get like 5 items that we're like, okay, this is in question of going to the Goodwill or yeah.
I
Okay.
have to redo it. But then the thing is, like, when you're going over your closet again, I would buy stuff that looks the exact same.
I know. Oh my God. And you'll be like, why did I love this. And you'll be like, oh, okay, because I already own it. That's why.
Because I already own it. Like, J-Lo was
Yeah.
like, buy another striped shirt. And I'm like, I love them.
I am a sucker. I'm a sucker for stripes and polka dots.
Oh, I don't
I
have
am
a
a
polka dot.
sucker for those. And then something with a bow.
Wait, and I have
please.
to verify. I have to ask y'all boys, are they the Hoochie Daddy shorts still in? Are we doing that anymore?
You don't need to ask my boys. That's for grown men stuff.
Oh,
you
that's
could ask
not-
Kubi.
Well, are they doing it? I think the grown men was doing it because they was doing it.
Wait,
No.
what?
But it's
Hoochie
only like a
daddy shorts.
Hoochie Daddy shorts. Remember a
No.
couple years ago in the summertime,
That's
everybody
the
had their
young-
thighs
that's the
out.
young boy.
Huh?
That's something the young boy.
I know, but I think it was a couple years ago when I was, a YN. I'm not a YN anymore. So it's like I have these Hoochie Daddy shorts that I didn't bought. I wear them still because but I'm too big to be having my back of my thighs showing.
I mean, wear them to the beach.
Yeah.
And
I shouldn't
you'll
wear
be
them when I was
good.
running
You know
errands
what?
yesterday.
No.
I have some shorts upstairs, but I didn't know they were that short. So when I actually the ones I wore to Sean's graduation,
Okay, I don't
I
remember.
had to kind of tug at those a little bit. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
gotta pull
it's
them down
It's too
some.
high up.
Like, did
I
it make
knew-
Your thigh
okay?
can't be out.
Yeah.
What level makes you feel uncomfortable on your
I
thigh?
just said it. Your thigh.
Like, does it have to?
It
Does
has to
the
be at
end?
the knee. Your
I
thigh
was gonna
can't
say
be
That's
out.
too
I was gonna
long.
say, does the end?
No.
But you know what? That's
Absolutely not.
That's a generational
It can't
thing.
be
though.
up at-
That's a
at this-
generational thing because he for sure is
Mid-thigh.
gonna be like,
No.
I can't have
Can't have your
mid
thighs out,
thigh
man.
be hot?
We're not hot. You got air coming through the shorts.
because they're always thinking about balling, and so for them, they're like, oh, my shorts gotta touch my knee.
But even when you're hooping,
It ain't even
why are
just
you wearing
that. I mean-
knee-length shorts?
I don't want to see your thighs, sir.
He doesn't. He does not want to see thighs. He said, sir.
Definitely not hooping. That was back in the 80s where they had the panties
That's too
on.
short.
Okay,
Nate.
let me ask you
We
this.
don't want
Did you
those
say
shorts.
panties?
That's what they were. Isaiah
Let me ask
Thomas
you.
and them, they
Let me
had the
ask you
panties
this:
on.
are you doing sandals as men?
Nope.
Sandals? Slides?
Yeah.
Slides maybe,
Slides.
but not sandals.
Okay. Okay.
Thong sandals?
No.
That's just uncomfortable.
There's never no excuse for your toes
Jesus
to be divided.
sandals?
Never.
Okay, yes, we are. I personally, I was around some OGs the other day. They had the sandals on with their toes out, and it was like leather strapless. and they had some linen pants on with them, and I'm like,
I'm
look
not
like
mad
they
at
look
that.
like they made it in life. They were both over 50, and I was just like, you look like you own a yacht.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
wife
not
is
mad at
beautiful.
that. I'm
Your
not
kids is
mad
grown.
at that. Yes.
Give me
I
you
guess
some
I
whiskey.
don't look like I got money then, because I can't do it.
You can't just have your feet
think-
out with a linen pant.
Not with certain type of sandals on, no.
But exactly. So not them beat up
Not
looking
the sandals.
Jesus sandals.
But I feel like there's
But-
certain guys when they do wear that, they literally are letting you know. Say something.
I will tear you up. You see my toes all right?
Let's compare them.
We're gonna fight.
Let's compare.
I'm gonna
those
say
bank
this: the
accounts.
bottom of your sandals is slippery. So
You know that-
I dare you to
you know
jump.
that
I got on
meme?
some shoes with grip on them.
You know what I mean? When
Tennis
the kid is
shoes.
like out of breath and he's like,
Go ahead.
go
jump.
home and get the gun. Now.
Something.
I'm gonna say one. You want me to do
Go home and get the gun. Go home.
You know that
It
meme?
would be that. He gonna have a
No.
gun on him. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna
Somebody
be
with
like
them
that.
sandals on.
In my sandals, I'm gonna be like, babe, get the gun out the car now.
Why do the sandals? Why does that read that?
Because I just feel like it reads, you can't fight. You have your toes out. You're
We just
not
want
ready
to
for
say to
action.
everybody that we may personally know, we all love you. It's
You're
nothing
not ready
personal.
for
They know
action.
that we're not in
It's
that
nothing
generation.
personal.
I actually told him that the other day. I was like, I wish I could be like you and have my toes out. He was like, do it. You, sir, have made it in life. I have not done that yet. I am young.
What if it's like liberating
It is
though
true.
for you guys? What if it's like liberating? Like
It's
yes.
not- Listen,
Our uncle
I'm
does
grown,
that, and I'd be
and I
like-
still don't feel like I should do that. There
I don't
are
think
some
so.
things that
It
yes,
is liberating, though. I feel like
I feel like it's
I
anything
might
is
change,
liberating.
but not that one.
I
Any-
felt liberated when we went to Pick and Save in my beater. I was like, I don't have to put on
you
a
were
nice shirt.
tripping about that, and I was like, "What is the
I
problem?"
have a beater on and we're going in the store.
At this,
I don't care.
At this point, I figure to me a beater, depending on what it looks like, but it's a tank. Like just do your thing.
No, it's a difference. A tank
Just
top and a
raise
beater
a
are
certain
different.
way. Put on a shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Just
don't
put
want
on
no
a
beat-
shirt.
you know,
You're
when
in
you see
public.
people
Put
with
on a
a beater
shirt.
Oh my
on,
goodness.
So I just
It's
feel
a
like
whole
I
different
made it where
mindset.
I don't have to do that anymore.
I feel
It's
like
hot outside.
as long as it's something that liberates you,
Do it?
you won't feel uncomfortable. If it's something that you feel uncomfortable with, just people
That is not
saying it
true.
should be liberating, that
That is
doesn't
not
mean you
true.
feel like it's
That is
liberating.
not true.
If you feel uncomfortable, you're
Yeah.
not going to feel liberated.
No.
Okay, that is true as well. But oh, dang, you're right. Because I was gonna say you shouldn't miss out on good times with your people just because you don't have a haircut. Just throw on a hat. But sometimes when you have a hat on and you going out and it's hot outside, you're like, just take the hat off. Just free yourself of that stress. Who cares if you don't have a haircut? Don't do that. Keep that hat on and
That's
sweat.
different because I know I'm gonna change it soon. And
Oh
you
my
know the issue,
goodness.
but you chose
Like
to wear
I
those
took a
sandals
hat
out
off
the house.
when I was out last time.
That was your outfit choice.
Don't do that. I felt liberated because I'm like, who cares what people think? And I combed out my little afro and I was in there looking like Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, afro at the bar. And I'm like,
Do you, boo
just keep sending the shots. I was too sober to be
Oh.
aware. So throughout the night, I'm pushing it back.
I'm gonna tell you, somebody said something about your hair in there. I know they did. I know they did.
In our episode?
No, I'm talking about just
No.
in the bar.
Oh, yeah. They
At
were
the
like, look
bar.
at this fool.
No,
They came to the
you
bar.
don't know that.
Oh,
I
I
tell
know.
her all the time when I
My
see a dude
dad
with a
hat
messed
was
up line, I'm
rising
like,
up
what you
off of my
doing, bro?
head throughout the night. Like when I got there, I just took my do-rag off because I'm like, I'm trying to keep it contained.
Yeah.
I put my hat on, we go in. Throughout the night, my hat was rising. And I'm like, no, my hair can't fit in there.
No,
don't
no,
do stuff
no.
like that. You don't liberate yourself from a bad haircut. Hide it.
Hide it.
Hide
it.
Them toes. If you're a dude with nice feet, women look at that and they be like, oh, my man has nice feet. I don't got nice feet.
I feel like there have been more times than
I
not.
know
There have been
that.
more times than not where a guy has had the feet out and it was not a nice situation.
This
I
is
don't know if it was ashy. I don't know if they were raisinets. I don't know what was on the toes.
Raisinets?
But I was just like,
Clip the toenails.
That
Come
is the
back.
problem. Black men, I have to say this. Lotion your feet.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like
the
when
problem.
did we stop that?
That
We
is
were at
really
a
the problem. When you
function.
see the black men, their feet are not lotion. If
Lotion
they
your
were
whole
lotion-
body.
Yes. Why
When
do
did
you
y'all
stop
get
at
to
your
that
foot?
age where you stop getting out the shower, you get right in the bed?
No. If a man is not, if his feet or any woman, or anybody, excuse me, if their feet are ashy, they didn't lotion nothing.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10.
Maybe
they
their
caps are
face.
too.
That's the worst
Maybe
part.
their
They'll
face.
have oily legs and their feet will be ashy.
You stopped
I've
right at
never
the
seen
ankle.
that.
You
See,
stopped
I
right at the
have.
ankle.
That's
I've
why I
seen
be
where the
mad.
leg is a little bit drier. I mean, it's dry. It's not moisturized.
Because it makes
but
me think
man.
they don't
It's
wash their
not.
feet in the shower. Like, did you not scrub in between your toes?
You have to get in between those
Even
toes.
if you don't, the water is still hitting your feet. So
Oh,
they're
no,
gonna
you
get
have to
ashy.
wash in
I mean,
between
you
them
do. I'm
toes.
still saying they might think, well, I didn't really wash them, so
'Cause you know
they
what my-
dry. No, they're not.
You know where my mind goes is that because also you didn't get a pedicure and those dogs are barking. I know that part of that ash.
I don't get pedicures.
Part of that ash came from dryness, but part of the ash came from you using those ginchu knives, toenails to scratch the other foot, and then you went and scratched the other foot,
Ginsu.
and now it's creating that ash dust.
I have cut my
It's the
legs
ash
before on my
dust.
toenail. What are you talking about? I have done that multiple times.
Are you trying to multitask? Like, just go.
No,
use
it
your
was an
hand.
accident. Like in the
Scratch.
bed. Like
Yeah,
I
in
was
the
like,
bed.
ow.
In the
Yeah,
bed.
in the bed. But then you got out of the bed and you put those sandals on and you came outside.
But I've also
and that's
scratched the bottom of
problem.
my foot with my toenail before. Yeah.
In the car, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't get my feet done because I feel like I'll clip my toenails at home.
Mm-hmm.
I moisturize them daily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
do
get
it
my
on a regular
hands done
basis.
because I can clip them at
I
home.
feel like at least throughout the year, get them done a couple
Like,
of times. They
yeah.
don't have to be on a regular. If
Because
it's
it
not
felt
on
like
a
a waste
regular,
of money to me because the girl did not cut my cuticles. So I was just like,
we'll go to a different girl.
well, I don't want to have to search. Do you know how
Oh
hard
my
it is to find that?
gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, your feet and your shoes will be very appreciative.
I do love getting in the bed after a shower on some fresh sheets and I done lotioned up my body and now I can feel how soft my feet is and I'm just like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing better than, let me tell y'all something. If y'all ever need to de-stress and download, put new sheets on your bed first. You don't want to do that after the shower. Get out the shower,
That's true.
do your skin routine, put some moisturizer in your hair, put your do-rag on, take a 5 milligram cyclobenzaprine muscle relaxer, cut it in half. You're going to pop that.
Wait. What are we saying? No.
You're going to get a half a glass of wine.
If it's prescribed.
You're going to get in there fresh sheets, moisturized. You will have the best sleep of your life. And get a good Netflix show. You're going to wake up to the TV asking, are you still there?
Oh.
No.
That's what you want.
No, don't
That's
fall
what you
asleep with
want.
the TV on. That's not good.
I genuinely love people that don't lotion up after a shower are psychopaths. Because if you're wearing ripped up jeans and I can see your white kneecap, seen it, took a picture of it. Yep.
If you're going somewhere, especially, I mean, if you get out or might go to bed, I think you still should lotion, but you might not. But if
No,
you're
you're gonna
somewhere,
itch all through the night.
You could. I'm saying if you don't decide to do it, then hey, that's on you. But if you're going somewhere, lotion.
Because then do you lotion in the morning or do you just go that whole next day?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
So I
that's
guess
one
that
of
I've
those-
done
leads to the
that.
question: are you a night shower or a morning shower?
That is true.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
night. I can't sleep without it.
No, I'm okay. I can do either or. It
But I
just
do
depends
like
on
to
what's
freshen
happening
up in the
day.
morning too.
Okay.
Like I'm a shower at night, but in the morning, sometimes you do need to do like a quick hit them pits, hit that, get all that
Hit
freshened
them
up.
pits.
Reawaken.
Yeah, reawaken it. And I
You know,
feel like
got to.
at that point, it's like, let me just do
Because some people
an
sweat in their
early
sleep.
shower. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it at like 5 or 6
Oh.
before like even dinner.
Who's waking up? Oh, in the morning or in the evening?
No, in the evening, I mean.
Oh yeah.
No. In the morning, I probably am more often in the at night.
Showering in the morning is so good for work though.
But
I
a
feel so
nice-
like refreshed.
Oh, it really does help. Like in your mind, you're like, I don't want to do more work or do extra, but it actually prepares you better. Like me doing my
They
skin
say that
routine
about
in the
going to the
morning
gym,
and
too.
my teeth routine.
Yeah.
I'm flossing. I'm
Oh, I don't do
scrubbing.
that.
I'm scraping that tongue. I'm getting that water pick.
Before you work?
Yeah,
I don't do
I'm
that.
brushing those teeth. Then I'm washing my face
I
with
brush
2
my
cleansers.
teeth at about 11:30.
Two
noon.
cleansers. It helps
I brush my teeth at like noon every day.
every day.
Yeah. I go to lunch at noon.
Now I'll say this much. I have started just this week randomly, but this week I started to wait to brush my teeth
I like to have my coffee
after
with
I
no
have my
toothpaste
coffee.
taste. Yes.
Yes.
And I
Because
work
I
at
want to brush
8:30.
away the residue of the coffee. So
Well, I
in
just
my
don't want it
mind, I'm like,
tasting
I'll
weird.
do that.
I don't start working until 8:30 and I don't get out the bed until 8:20. So my first break, then I do my face routine and I brush my teeth.
I feel like people can tell when I haven't brushed my teeth, so I have to brush my teeth
On the
before.
phone?
Yeah, before I start.
How do you
Work.
hear that?
Oh, you can hear that.
Ooh,
You
yeah,
can hear
but-
that sleep. You can hear it.
You guys, I didn't take an allergy pill today.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm congested. It's getting worse and worse as we talk.
Okay,
I'm
well,
breathing through my mouth.
all right. Okay, let's wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up because
My eyes are itchy.
This fool.
I am gonna.
We got tissue right over there. Okay. All right. Well, Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We're gonna wrap it on up.
Yes, thank y'all so much. This was amazing, and
Stop scratching
I
those
love when we
eyes.
I love when we get together and we have a great time when we just have no script. We just talk.
Yeah. Thank you for
And,
hanging out and just listening to us do that. We appreciate it.
It's been real.
It's been real. Bye,
We'll
guys.
see y'all next week for a real episode.
Yes. Bye.
Yeah.
Peace.